Thank you very much, Nick, and I always do have confidence in your forecast for sure. And you also know it's important to be confident of yourself, especially if you're a young person. There is a new book out right now aimed at boosting self-confidence in children. It's called Don't Put Yourself Down in Circus Town. And joining me right now is the author of this new book, Dr. Frank Sileo, a psychologist, and also an author of several books.
Yes, this is my
pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a great story. I like this book a lot.
Thank you.
You know, as a parent, I can understand how important it is to make sure that your children have a sense of good confidence.
Absolutely.
It's the greatest gift you can give a child, and you've written this book to help that. You call it bibliotherapy. How does that work?
Yes, bibliotherapy is a therapeutic technique used by mental health professionals where they read a book about a particular topic, and in the book, it describes the problem in a very safe way. And it also talks about the feelings and thoughts that are validate the child who's reading the book. But it also offers healthy solutions to that problem. But the most important thing about bibliotherapy is that the children do not feel like they are alone. So there might be a book on divorce or anger or school problems. So they think they're the only ones going through that in their lives.
You encourage the child, right, to listen. Someone has to read this book to them, right?
I recommend
It's interactive.
Definitely.
And then the child can respond and give you their sense of feelings about it so that they open up a little bit about it.
Absolutely. And it could be with a therapist, it could be with a parent, but it fosters discussion. It fosters communication between parents and child, between a therapist and a child.
It's a good thing that they're reading rather than using all the technology for change.
Absolutely.
What's the difference between self-confidence and self-esteem?
I'm glad you asked that question because oftentimes it's very confused. Self-esteem is your belief in yourself.
Right.
I'm a good person. I am liked by my friends. Self-confidence is your belief in your ability in skills or doing things. Like, I'm good in math. I can ride a bicycle. I can play a musical instrument.
There's a difference.
And they often go hand in hand.
They're both important.
Both very, very important. And children that exhibit good self-confidence or high self-confidence, self-esteem typically follows along the way.
And as a parent, as a family member, as a teacher, whatever, as a friend, how do we foster self-confidence, which is so important?
It's so important. It's not automatic. We're not born with it. So I think that what parents can do first is keep the lines of communication open. So if your child comes home and says, I failed math, I'm the worst math student in the world, instead of dismissing that negative feeling, talk to them, problem solve with them. Okay? And talk to the teacher and problem solve in ways they can do better. We need to help them. As parents, we need to model self-confidence. So how do we handle frustration, disappointment, and things in our own lives?
We see that.
We need to focus on the process of things instead of always the end result. We're always talking about getting the A, winning the game, getting into the college of your choice. When you're building self-confidence, it's built in small steps.
So enjoy that process is what you're talking about.
Exactly. And not lastly, but we need to keep anxiety down, and we also need to not discourage put-down thoughts. Kids telling themselves, and even adults,
boy, they need that.
I'm a loser. I'm stupid. I'm a failure at life.
Sure.
So, which could lead to
dismiss all
other
of that
things.
stuff. Keep it positive. I like this. Don't put yourself down in Circus Town. Dr. Frank Sileo, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Good reading.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Much more to tell you about tonight.